What's going on YouTube? Goonsack Steve here, bringing you my first review in over 8 years. I went on a bit of a hiatus there after selling my Hot Toys figures, which you guys might remember from my old reviews. Currently they're unlisted, but who knows, I might unveil them one day. So I decided what better piece to start with than currently the newest one, which is Prime 1 Studios Wall Art City Hunter Predator piece. This guy set me back about, I think it was a little over 1400 US, which is in Australian dollars as of right now about 1700, which for a piece this detailed and this large was very well worth it considering the prices I've paid for the old Sideshow Stan Winston maquette. This guy is true 1/4 scale. As just referenced, I have the Sideshow Stan Winston maquette, which was released about 15 years ago, and this guy is basically perfectly in scale for that. So anyone that had any concerns that this guy might be a tad bit small, trust me, he's completely fine. He goes right alongside my Sideshow maquette, and no problems in terms of scale. This guy is also miles better than the Sideshow Predator 2 maquette that I had about 4 years ago. I've since sold it, which I sold to actually fund the original Jungle Hunter piece, but we will get to that in another review. So this guy is based obviously on the 1990 film of the Predator 2 name. He's the Jungle Hunter character for those Pred nerds out there like myself. And this guy is absolutely insane. So what I thought I'd do is I'll dive into the box work, since that is a bit overlooked by a lot of YouTubers. So I thought I'd go into that, kind of show off the artwork, because myself, I very much enjoy that side of collecting. Don't really know why a lot of YouTubers don't seem to show it off, considering a lot of people seem to care if the pieces don't come with the boxes. So you think 2 and 2 would go in hand, but doesn't seem to be the case. So we'll show that off, and then obviously we'll go into a more detailed look of this guy, which is absolutely beautiful. So without further ado, let's have a look at the box. So here we have the box. As you can see, a lot of the artwork is taken directly from the promo pics that we got when this was originally unveiled. The side panels and the back or front, I'm not really sure, to be honest. The red side was the side that I got when I picked this up. Is very much reminiscent of what we see in the movie, to the point that, especially on the side panels, as you can see with it turning around now, it's almost indistinguishable from the movie. So the box is really, really nice. Not too sure what else they could have done with it, but I really much enjoy the box and the artwork. Especially the movie accurate sides with the basically spot on scene imagery. Like, look at this. Straight up above the cities of Los Angeles. Looks bloody awesome. So what I'll do now is we'll take a closer look of what the actual statue looks like, and we'll go from there. So here we have him out of the box. And as you guys can see, he is absolutely amazing. There are so many highlights on his armor, it's not even funny. And I say that as a compliment, because in my opinion, Infinity Studios did kind of overdo their armor with the bronze, zinc, and copper highlights. But this guy, just like the movie, absolutely nails them. Even the spear has those highlights, which is a very overlooked thing in almost every City Hunter piece to this date. As you guys can see, even his shoulder armor has a lot of the highlights, which is one of the most nice looking highlighted pieces. And indeed the helmet. One upgrade also on this piece, and I've noticed in the more recent Prime 1 Predator pieces, are the dreadlocks. The dreadlocks are incredibly well done, have that smooth, slimy look that the Predators should have. I know some of the older pieces, the dreads are a bit chunky and a bit rough, but luckily with this guy, and more so the upcoming pieces, they seem to have striked a very nice balance in that wet and slimy look. One thing Prime 1 also nailed is the skin paint on this guy. Every other City Hunter to this date, with the exception of maybe the Hot Toys figure, have not been able to get this guy's skin right. It's either way too red or pale, or just overall lacking the patterns, whereas this guy, in my opinion, absolutely nails it, especially for a quarter scale maquette, even though technically this is classified as a wall art piece. What I want to do, I want to quickly stop the turntable for one moment so I can have a look at this guy's mask. This guy's mask is absolutely amazing, and in my opinion is the most accurate City Hunter fire mask we have to date. So obviously, as you guys know, a lot of the hero masks were destroyed in production and even post-production. There is basically no proper reference to this mask that any sort of collectible company can get. So very, very good job on Prime 1's part, in my opinion, on almost nailing it. Another thing they nailed were the lenses. That mesh is absolutely amazing. They even got the bronze throughout the front of the biomask, the mouth/nose area. One thing I do want to critique Prime 1 on, and partially even us collectors for missing it, is the 2 holes instead of 3 for the tri-laser. Like, us collectors did miss it in the prototype pictures and the promo pictures, because Prime 1 does only have 2 in those pictures. So us fans did miss it as well until we had it in hand. But this guy is absolutely amazing. One thing I want to also show is the fact that the cutting disc is removable and even has some details on the outside. It obviously has a really nice paint job itself. It is magnetized, so it does slot in very firmly, and it won't be going anywhere. As I say that, I put it in wrong. Got to find the snapping point. There we go. It will stay in, just like that. So this guy is absolutely amazing. So what I'll do now is I will put on the deluxe parts and the Prime 1 exclusive hand for you guys. So here we have him with the Unmasked sculpt. Unfortunately, I was unable to show you guys the exclusive disc switch out, which I had planned originally. The reason being is Prime 1 basically put the magnets in the wrong way. So the exclusive hand was not attracting. I'll insert some clips of, I guess, that being the case, of, obviously you can see the hand clearly snapping in for the normal edition, and then the I guess the exclusive hand not snapping in. It's actually pulling away because they've put the same magnets in on both ends. So I have contacted Prime 1 about this. I did think I'd be able to review the hand on the piece by forcefully shoving it on. And I guess hoping the netting would keep it grasped onto there, which I had previously been able to get it to hold for about 5 minutes just as a test run on the shelf. But unfortunately, and this is a bit of a trigger warning because trust me, I'm not happy about it either, this next clip happened. So as you guys saw, my hand came off due to the magnets pushing it away, and that happened. So I have a pretty annoying email to write to Prime 1 over this, because that is incredibly frustrating that I'm unable to review the exclusive hand for you guys because of a production mistake. I do understand that this is a very rare thing, but it is quite unacceptable to have a piece basically suicide / kill itself due to bad quality checking. So I'm quite bummed out about that. I do have the 2 wrist blades, which are here, and they have basically completely snapped off due to that. So I am sorry, I am unable to show you guys that, but without further ado, here is the Unmasked sculpt, and it is absolutely, without a doubt, amazing. I know there were some doubters that Prime 1 could pull this off, but they have absolutely nailed, in my opinion, the City Hunter look. Again, from nailing the dreads to just even the rough shape of the head, they absolutely killed it. And without a doubt, definitely beats the Infinity Studios piece. Obviously, I've discussed the painting already, but also even just the overall look of the face, in my opinion. Like, I do think the Infinity Studios one is a bit more accurate, but with that lackluster paint, unfortunately, it just doesn't even stack close to this piece, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys can get a good look inside of his mouth, and that head paint, and even the head sculpt is absolutely amazing. I will be getting the life-size Cool Props bust shortly, so it will be very interesting to see how that goes up against that bust. I know the bust obviously is a lot more accurate than this, but for the 1/4 maquettes that we have gotten, this absolutely trumps everything else, in my opinion. The only thing I do reckon is a bit off is the line, or the crown, or I guess not necessarily the crown, but basically the diamonds in the middle of his head are a bit warped. But if I either had to choose between a warped head or the Infinity Studios paint job, I'd be picking the warped head every time. So yeah, without a doubt, this guy's head sculpt is ridiculously well done. Even the inside of the mouth, I know worse quality lighting and that does show this weird orange look. It's way less obvious in person, which does show on this video. Basically as much as you can see on the video, but maybe slightly less in person. But yeah, so that is basically the review, guys. I will give you one more 360 look at this guy while we basically close out here. But yeah, massively disappointed I couldn't show you guys the exclusive part. But what can you do? Shit happens, as good old City Hunter once said. And yeah, unfortunately I'm going to be dealing with a broken exclusive part, which ultimately was the main reason why I went through Prime 1. But again, I'm sure they'll fix it. I haven't got a doubt in my mind, because I have got videos prior to me, I guess, trying to magnetize this on before the piece was broken. And I guess the cherry on top of the evidence was, while I was reviewing, it breaking. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys definitely like this review. I put a lot of effort into this, due to the fact that a lot of people don't seem to put too much effort in replicating real world lighting. Obviously, this is a studio environment to best show the paint apps, but it's as good as you're going to get in a YouTube video, in my opinion. Not shitting on anyone's videos by any means. Everyone's reviews are great in their own way, but I definitely wanted to strive for the next level of YouTube Predator collectible reviews. So, thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking the video, and comment what you think about this piece, if you own it, and what else you're looking forward to. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy hunting.